What's going on, everybody? Metal Dad here. I'm here with my buddy Bob Rock. Turbo's not with us this week, but we're here. We're here for a music challenge and have some fun. Talk about music, talk about life, talk about whatever's going on. Also, get grounded out because that's the theme of the week of the challenge. There, we got a couple songs that we want to play for you guys that we both came up with on our own. And I forgot my water and stuff over there. Getting too rushed around here. You know how it goes. All right, well, we're here, and we're gonna, because we want to start, this is a new tradition, we're gonna start off with Bob's tune, Ho'oponopono. Did we do too many ponos there?
Yeah, it's Ho'oponopono. I've actually changed it a little bit, yeah, because last week when I played it, I sang too many ponos.
So
yeah, it's Ho'oponopono, and I'll play it.
One thing I was gonna talk to you about too. You know how are you still doing only for like 2 minutes?
Do you do the song for 2 minutes?
Are you still doing it for only 2 minutes?
Roughly, yeah, 2 or 3 minutes.
I was gonna say, what about doing it for 3? Because three's the magic number.
Yep, let's do it.
Let's do some numerology here, and we'll throw some numerology down on this mofo.
Sure. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob Rock.
Here we go. Yeah, so Ho'oponopono, for those that don't know, it's the Hawaiian prayer of forgiveness. And so I've kind of just put a few chords together, singing these lyrics out for humanity. So without further ado, here we go. I've kind of changed it from last week, but yeah, here we go. Ho'oponopono. 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 I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. Ho'oponopono. 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 I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. Ho'oponopono. 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 Ho'opono, 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 Ho'opono. I'm sorry, please forgive me. Thank you, I love you. I'm sorry, please forgive me. Please forgive me. Thank you, oh thank you. I love you. I'm sorry, please forgive me. Thank you, I love you. I'm sorry, please forgive me. Thank you, I love you. Ho'opono, Pono, Ho'opono, Pono. Ho'opono, Pono, Ho'opono, Pono. I'm sorry, please forgive me. Thank you, I love you. I'm sorry, please forgive me. Thank you, I love you.
Woo-wee! Oh, the sage was not working in my favor there.
Nice. The sage smells beautiful.
It smells beautiful, but it was falling all over the floor.
Beautiful. Thank you.
That is amazing. I love that song. Oh,
I know it feels nice, eh?
it does.
It just feels nice.
It feels great. I've been actually walking around doing that and saying that all.
Yeah. It works magic, man. Like there's something about it. It truly does. And humanity needs this right now, Brian. Like we truly need this, right? I've been doing it too. I've been doing it to every cell in my body. I've been looking at myself in the mirror, telling myself I love you. I forgive you.
Yes. Have you been giving yourself high fives?
No, I haven't been doing that.
I learned about that. Mel Robbins taught me about that when I was watching I can't remember which podcast, and I told Portia I would figure it out too. But
that's beautiful.
She said she basically put like a little handprint on the mirror, and she walks by and she like high fives it, and it's something about just the act of high-fiving somebody. Like, and if you think about it, whenever you're playing sports, all you do, you high-five everybody, hypes everybody up, makes everybody feel good. It's one of those things, like the positive human contact, right? Yeah. Hand on hand, boof, yes. You walk by somebody that's having a bad day, say high five. You give them a high five, next thing you know, they're fucking smiling.
They're smiling. Yeah,
so you put a little...
Even the thought of it's making me smile.
Yeah, and I brought this up to my massage therapist, who also owns the gym that I go to, and I said, "Hey, Portia, why don't you, take a little outline, put your hand on there," and I explained the whole story to her. And that way, everybody could walk by and give you a high five in the mirror every time they're in the gym. Nice. She thought it was a beautiful idea too, and I figured share it with you too today.
Yeah, thank you. Do you go to Naturally Fit?
No, I actually go to Sculpt in Ormocto.
Sculpt. Okay.
It's just a little private gym in Ormocto that I go to.
Cool.
They don't require me to prove anything, and
nice.
So I go there and I work out and I get my pump on because I need to get my body back in shape. I've actually gained weight. I lost weight and then I gained it, but I'm trimming down, so I'm happy about it.
Cool. Have you ever heard of intermittent fasting?
All the time.
So that's key, man. If you want,
I basically eat once a day.
Yeah, there's a lot to it. There's a lot of science to it. Yep. And I'll just go into it briefly.
If you know the science, please explain.
Yeah, I don't know a lot of the verbiage, but I'll tell you what I do. I know when your body goes into ketosis, and that happens after a 12-hour period of nothing in your mouth, like nothing, just water. Yeah. I mean, I'm talking nothing, like no coffee, no tea, no nothing, just water. And so myself personally, I stop eating at about 8 o'clock at night, and I don't put anything in my mouth until noon the next day. So that gives me a 16-hour window. Is that 16 hours? Yeah, 16-hour window that I am not eating.
So you eat within an 8-hour?
I eat within that 8-hour window, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I try and get it down to 8 hours. Usually I run about 12 hours because I try and only eat once a day, but then again, depending on how much marijuana I smoked and the type of marijuana you're smoking, the munchies that kind of kick in sometimes,
yeah.
right? And it's just like, fuck. But because I don't eat a whole lot and I only eat at usually certain times, I can get away with kind of eating cheating through those junk meals when I'm munching out, right?
Yeah.
But for the most part, I eat maybe around 2:00 in the afternoon. I'll have some bacon and eggs usually, or leftovers from the night before. And then maybe I'll have supper depending on how hungry I am or whether the kids are around. See, my eating schedule depends on whether the kids are here or whether I'm by myself or whatnot. So that's how. But yeah, long story short, I have heard of intermittent fasting. I love it and I recommend it to everybody. I'm trying to get the discipline to get into a good fast. I've done a 24-hour fast once, but that's the longest I've gone.
I did a 21-day.
I'm trying to get up the nerve to do one of those. But I feel like I need a coach for that for some reason. I don't really know. I feel like I do need someone to watch over me while I'm fasting. Yeah. Somebody that knows. And I think that's really why I haven't even gone farther than 24 hours. Just because it's not that I need, but I feel like having somebody who's been through it and understands the fasting process to guide me through it and go through it with me might be beneficial for like my first one or something.
Yeah. Yeah. They say that you shouldn't do a fast. Like when I say fast, I mean just water. Like I'm not talking, like I've done
maybe some turmeric.
I've done 30-day fruit fasts, like just fruit for 30 days. I've gone 4 days with no food, no water, 4 complete days, no food, no water. I've done 5-day fast, 10-day fasts. I'm just about to do a 10-day fast. And you slowly work into it and you slowly work out of it. The longest one I did was a 21-day water fast, and I did that last February, all of March. Like I started on the full moon in February, which was February 27th, and I went straight through till the spring solstice, the spring equinox on March 21st. So that took, or March 20th, that took me exactly 21 days. And that was just really outside my comfort zone. Like I really went outside my comfort zone to do that. But it was for spiritual reasons. And they say if you're going to do a fast, never ever do anything beyond 5 days without supervision. Mind you, I've done tons of things before. I know my body. I wasn't worried about, not being supervised and stuff like that. I know if I was in trouble that I knew how to get out of it, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I understand your trepidation about,
exactly.
going beyond 24 hours, right? Like it can be scary, but it doesn't have to be dangerous.
Exactly. My goal is to get to 7.
7 days.
I want to start with 7 days because I was listening to Rhonda Patrick or Dr. Rhonda Fitzpatrick. I can't remember. She's kind of a regular on the Joe Rogan. She was the one that really opened my eyes and went through the science of fasting with.
Yeah.
Not with me, but on what I listened to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And one of the things that stuck out in my mind that she said, and I'm sorry if I butchered her name. We'll go back and we'll fact check it later. 7 days. If you can get to 7 days, that's when you basically have broken down all your toxins and you've purged all of that. Yeah, you've detoxed everything out of your body and flushed it all away. And that's what I want to get to, is get to that point where I can actually get that.
Yeah, that's important too, because we don't realize the heavy metals that we take in our body just from the air.
Oh, everywhere,
let alone the exhaust, the
particles,
the pesticides that are in our foods and everything. Like there's so much junk that goes in us. So it's critical to do these. Like I try to do.
And everybody's worried about COVID.
Yeah.
If they only knew or even registered half of the things that are going into their body on a regular basis. And, not to get into the debate or anything, because I got into the vaccine, not vaccine debate with a guy today. And it wasn't bad. Like I turned it around every time. I was like, listen, man, think about it this way. Think about it this way. Think about it this way. Come on. Like, just because, blah, 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 blah. Yeah. But, unfortunately, he's still stuck in the military world where it's okay. You do it or just not, or you have to do it. There's no choice. You have to follow the order. So he's stuck in that mindset, and he hasn't thought about anything outside of that yet. And
I'm just going to turn off the snare thing. I forgot it.
Oh yeah. But oh yeah. I was talking to him today about that, and I got no issues with it, but I'm not going to take my health advice from people who smoke and are overweight.
No, I know.
You know what I mean? And these are the people that are usually telling you to take the vaccine.
Well, you look at have you seen the health minister for Belgium? For Belgium?
Maybe.
Brussels, Belgium?
I can't say off the top of my head, but maybe.
Man, oh my goodness, it's atrocious to think that somebody like that is the health minister of a country, giving health advice. Her face is like just one. She's got like 6 chins. Like, I don't know how big this lady is, but she's over 250 pounds, easy.
Yeah.
Like, that's not health. That's
Like,
not healthy.
I understand that we shouldn't make fun of people like that.
No, we shouldn't.
No, we shouldn't.
I'm not making fun of her, but I'm not going to take my advice from her.
But lying to ourselves and saying that it's okay to be like that.
Yeah,
that's not okay.
That's not nature.
Like, I understand. Like, don't shame and belittle and make her feel worse, or him, or whoever it is that we're looking at. But don't lie to us and try and give us health advice when you can't even take care of yourself because what you're doing is wrong. But it's not even her fault. That's the fucking shitty thing.
That's right. It's humanity, right? Like, you look at
we
anything.
believed it.
That's right. You look at anything in nature, and nothing in nature is overweight unless it's been interfered with by humans, like an animal, like a pet, for instance, a dog or a cat, overweight,
overfed
or whatever. Even animals
fed
in the wild.
wrong thing. Actually,
fed the wrong thing.
It's not even overfed. It's eating the wrong thing that's fucking us over.
That's right. And we're not eating the right thing either in nature. Well, actually, we're not natural to this planet. That's a whole nother debate. But
that is a whole nother thing.
But what we're eating is not it's not conducive to this machine. This machine is not able to sustain itself properly on what we are being told to eat.
Yeah. Those food groups are bullshit.
All of them. Yeah.
Like, this is what I believe. And I also believe that it depends on your background, your blood type, where you're from, where your ancestry's from, and this is what I believe. But I believe that there's really only 4 types of food you should put in your body. And that's water. Self-explanatory.
That's definite. Yeah.
And if you're the type of human that needs to eat meat, you eat meat, because there are people that have to eat meat because you will get a disease. There are people that will get sick and get a disease if they don't eat meat.
Well, you try to live in Nunavut.
Exactly.
Without eating meat.
Exactly.
It's impossible.
Yeah.
Right? Like, where do you get your...
Where are you getting your food?
But where?
And then fruits and vegetables.
Yeah.
And then that's it.
Yeah.
Really. Like, I mean, maybe you can eat grain, but that's what food eats.
Yeah, well, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm sure it wouldn't hurt us, I guess. I don't know. But I haven't seen anything good from all those complex carbohydrates because it doesn't look like our body can break them down.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't eat a lot of grain myself, personally.
Like, neither do I. Like, I've tried actually to get away from it, especially with all the sugar that's in the modern grains that we're eating with all the bread and everything. Like, we were talking about the sourdough breads and stuff like that. Yeah, those are fun to eat, and I'm sure they're not bad, and they're the best type of bread for you or carbohydrates for you. But the reality is we're only eating it because it tastes good.
Or it's convenient.
And it's convenient. And that's what we've taught ourselves to eat, and that's what these people have been telling us to eat for how many years now? Yeah. For how many years have we been told to eat this stuff that, we haven't been eating for thousands of years?
Yeah.
And the only rich people eating sugar.
And if you go back even 100 years, I saw this on YouTube just the other day. It was 1890, and it showed clips from various different countries: Japan, Tokyo, China, Italy, Europe, Canada, United States. And I was amazed. Every single woman I saw in every single one of those clips was in a dress. Every single woman. Every single man was properly dressed. And I know these are just clippets and snippets in time, right? Like, so these might have been events like festivals or whatever, right? You know what I mean? But not one person was overweight. Not one person. I didn't see one person that was overweight. And I don't care if these were festivals or anything, that in just a snippet in time. It was 1890. That's what, 130 years ago. Not one person was overweight. I couldn't go anywhere, and I've done a lot of traveling. I can't go anywhere in this world right now and not see a snippet at a time where there isn't obesity.
It's not okay.
And that's not okay. And that's only 100 years.
And now we're being told that it's beautiful and all right. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's not beautiful, but I'm not also saying that it's all right.
I don't think it's all right. It's not all right.
It's definitely not okay to make it seem like it's normal for people to hurt themselves. And it's the whole, a little bit of poison isn't going to kill you. No, a little bit of poison isn't going to kill you, but death can happen by 1,000 paper cuts.
Yeah.
And if you're going to skate that fucking rink and you know that you're going to fall at one of those times, you're going to fall into the water, you really want to keep skating on that rink? Yeah, you might not, but you will at some point if you don't stop. And that's what people aren't really getting. They're thinking, oh yeah, let's use cigarettes, for example. And I used to smoke. I used to smoke 2 packs of cigarettes a day.
Me too.
Or fucking RCR, right?
Yeah.
So, infantry guys, what do? You fucking smoke cigarettes and
drink coffee.
You drink coffee.
Yeah.
In between playing silly bugger and pretending to kill things, right?
Yeah.
So,
and it was normal. It was normal back in the day, like to go into a restaurant and it would be filled with smoke. You'd come home, your clothes were full of smoke. You'd go down into the mall. People would be sitting there. There'd be an ashtray at the bench. People would be smoking. It was normal. To walk into a mall now and see it filled with smoke, or a restaurant, people sitting there smoking, you'd be aghast.
Oh yeah, completely. What is going on here?
What paradigm did I just step into, right?
Yeah, and now all of a sudden we're masking people up,
and it's normal.
And think about what we used to do to ourselves.
I have a medical exemption from wearing a mask, and I've not worn a mask since the whole pandemic. And I now wear a pin on my jacket everywhere I go. It says I am medically exempt. And today I was in the grocery store, and I've been navigating this for almost 2 years now, a year and a half, anyways, right? And I'm always on alert when somebody's about to approach me because I'm not wearing a mask, right?
Yeah.
Because people feel the need to police other people, right?
I haven't experienced that yet because I don't wear a mask either for the most part.
It seems to be like, so anyways, I'm walking through the grocery store and this lady sees that I'm not wearing a mask, goes out of her way to come directly at me. She's like, sir. And then she sees my chest and she's like, sir, where's your mask? I could tell that's what she was saying. And then she looks at my chest and she just kind of beelined it away because I went right after her and I said, and who the fuck are you?
Exactly.
And I shouldn't have. I should have
But
just had
also,
my composure. But she was just somebody who was going out of her way to make trouble. Right?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And then when she saw that she can't make trouble because I had some sort of
immunity.
Well, some sort of immunity or a force field around me. She was like caught in the headlights like a deer, right? And I just wish I would have kept my composure a little better, right? You know what I mean? It's getting frustrating. Right?
I can understand where you're coming from. Keeping your composure is hard.
It is, yeah.
I've actually walked, like I do wear the mask for the most part because I'm in and out so quickly and I'm not actually going too many places. So I'm not actually wearing my mask. But when I go to the certain places, I don't wear my mask.
Yeah.
And I've actually gone through Sobeys not wearing a mask saying, screw this, fuck it. I can't, because I got asthma. I can't fucking breathe. And I'm sorry, I'm already short of breath and I can't breathe. Like, I've already gotten the doctor's note too, and I've had to get it like 3 or 4 times. I don't have a pin or nothing, but I don't really give a shit.
The pin just keeps the people that are zombied.
Away.
They feel the need to police, right? So that's the only reason I wear it.
Which we shouldn't be doing.
No, we should, and I shouldn't have to wear it. But I was also in this superstore a week prior. I might have said this last week on the air. I can't remember if I said this, but I was stopped by peace officers that had guns. Did I tell you this story? No, because you would have known.
Maybe
right away.
not. No.
Yeah, no, I didn't. So, anyways,
I don't remember the story.
No, I would. You would have remembered this.
Do tell.
I will. So last week I was in the superstore on the north side in Fredericton, and I was in the freezer getting my blueberries, frozen blueberries. And as a soldier, we're always aware, and I've been out 20 years now, but it'll never go away. I'm always aware of my surroundings, and I could see under the fridge 2 sets of combat boots approaching me. And I was like, this isn't normal. I'm in a grocery store, right? And combat pants too, right? And so I look up and I could see that they were peace officers. They were flak vests. They had guns on their side. And I was like, okay, they're coming at me because I'm not wearing a mask. I just knew that, right?
Yeah.
And so I thought, you know what? I can really play games with these people because I do read lips.
Yeah.
And I have a really difficult time when people are behind a mask. I catch snippets, right?
Okay.
And some people I do play games with. I'm like, so I'm sorry, can you take your mask down? I can't hear you. I'm partially deaf. Like, take your mask down. And they'll be behind a glass screen, and they'll be like, oh, like, oh, like they're so afraid, right? And so, anyways, these peace officers, I thought, you know what, this is serious. I'm not going to play no games with these guys, right? So the guy goes, do you need a mask? And I was like, no, I have a medical exemption. And I pointed to my PIN. And he goes, do you have proof? And I said, yes, I do. And I pulled my phone out, and I found the picture that I have of the
Prescription?
yeah, that my doctor gave me. And he looks at it, and he looks at me, and he hands it to his partner, who was a female, and she looks at it, and she reads it, and she looks at me, and she goes, have a good night, sir. And they walked away. And I was just like, man, like, this is getting ridiculous. Like, I feel like I'm back in Bosnia, you know what I mean? Like, just every move is being controlled, every checkpoint, you know what I mean? And I was just so grateful that I kept my composure, because I could have been in a lot of trouble, right? You know what I mean? They could have slammed me to the ground, handcuffed me, you know, they could have pulled on that, you know, that big bully. They're the ones carrying the guns, you know what I mean? And all I said, Brian, to myself was, I put my hands to my chest in a prayer position, and I looked at the two of them, and I said, thank you very much. And then I said to myself and to God, I said, they don't know any better. Like, they're just doing what they feel is best for humanity right now. Like, they're being brainwashed, and I get it, I understand. I'm just going to have to circumvent this the best I can and try to keep my anxiety to a minimum as best as I can until this is exposed and you know, the truth comes out and people realize, oh my God, you know, I'm so sorry I treated
I
you
hear
that way."
tell that's coming soon.
Yeah, I do too.
Like this month, hopefully, but we'll see.
That would be nice.
Well, one of the channelers that I listened to, if he was saying or what he was channeling was true, and he was saying it's coming from Metatron himself, that by the end of this month, people are going to be given the choice to either stay in the third dimension or come up to the fifth.
Well, I'm already in the fifth.
Oh yeah, we're already there. We're waiting. We're part of the 144,000 waiting for everybody else to come. But things got to be waiting. You're going to have to wake up, man, because we can't keep going down this road the way that it's going.
No, I know. Have you ever heard of Dr. Steven Greer?
Yes, I have.
So Dr. Steven Greer, I follow him quite a bit, and I'm also part of another CE5 group that we get together and we call in the entities and stuff like that.
Yep.
We haven't seen anything yet. We've only had one session, but nonetheless, Steven Greer, I watched an episode of him, and he talked about these beings that are in the future that have come back to this time,
Yeah.
and are warning us not to continue going down the road that we are going, because we're going to. Well, I don't know what the outcome is, but this being came here to warn us. I don't know what the warning is, but we need to stop doing what we're doing.
I've heard of a couple different time travelers coming back to tell us what could happen.
Yeah, if we don't turn this around, whatever it is, we need to turn around. And obviously, it's the self-destruction of this planet, right?
Self-destruction of ourselves and this planet. Well, let's face it, there is something on this planet trying to steer it into the wrong direction and cull the herd.
That's right. Totally.
I'm sorry, like somebody's trying to cull the herd.
Yeah.
And if you don't see that, then
You're part of the herd.
yeah, you're going to be let off the cliff, and you might want to just think about that for a second, because nobody wants to see anybody go off the cliff.
That's right.
Like, why would we want to go off the cliff? Like, there's no reason for anybody to have to die on this planet.
No, that's right.
Like, we have the resources, we have the knowledge, we have the ability, we have the space.
Yeah.
We don't have to clump ourselves all together in big little city centers where we're on top of each other, miserable all the time. We can spread out a little bit. Like, I know we like to be social and everything, but do we really have to be on top of each other?
Yeah.
Is that really fun for anyone? I haven't met anybody that's actually happy that lives like that.
No, I know.
Think about it.
Well, I do know people that that are in spiritual, like in my spiritual circles and stuff like that, that live in densely populated areas like, New York, New Jersey, Toronto, and these places like that. And they have found happiness, right? And happiness truly does.
Well, those are special people, though.
That's right. Happiness, like you can either live in heaven or you can live in hell, right? Like you decide.
Yeah.
You truly decide, right? And
Agreed.
Even myself, most days, I struggle with getting out of hell, right? And I know that's my own mental illness, but I know I have the tools to live in heaven, and I'm always pulling myself towards heaven, towards heaven, towards heaven, towards heaven, right? I personally could not live in a big, densely populated city because I would not be able to find heaven. I would not be able to. Like I don't have the mental faculties to be able to do that. I'm very fortunate to be living in a rural area in New Brunswick, away from a lot of people.
Yeah.
I can barely see any of my neighbors, and I still struggle to stay out of hell, right?
Oddly enough, I've lived in densely populated areas, but I've always lived in spots where the illusion of it not being densely populated. Like, because oddly enough, military bases I feel are spaced out perfect.
Yeah.
Like the housing, like, yeah, you get the duplexes here and there, but for the most part, they're spread out perfect enough where you're in a densely populated area, but you have room to kind of, like, your family has room to kind of spread their elbows out a little bit. And there's always nice little chunks of wood is always around you.
True, yeah.
And you're always just on the outside of the city as well, or the town, or wherever you're living as well. So you're not ever actually right in the middle with everybody else. So it's oddly enough, it's kind of almost like the perfect environment, even though it's kind of oddly creepy.
Yeah.
Because it's all military people, right? So
Yeah.
military people, when you're in it, are kind of like, some of them are kind of robotic.
Yeah.
Let's be real. They're gung ho and they're just like,
That's
forget
it.
it.
Yeah.
I get it. I was one of those.
Yeah, I was too.
Right? It was fun.
Yeah, I've been out 22 years now, and as soon as I got out, I swore I would never wear green again, and I would not be around any military. Like, so I don't even live in Oromocto. Like, I'm nowhere near the base. Like, I'm 40 minutes from here. You know what I mean? I don't know. Well, when I got out, for one, I didn't know I was ill. Like,
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I didn't know I had PTSD.
Well, you got them before they were doing all the,
Yeah.
bringing attention to it, I should say.
Yeah, I got medically released for a back injury. So,
Yeah.
Here I get out of the military, and they didn't have like the, they had CISIP, and, it's not the same sort of a transition into civvy world as today as it was back then, right? And so I'm trying to transition into civvy world, and I don't know I have a mental illness, right? Like, so I was a friggin'
Well, they don't. That's the thing, right? They give you a mental illness, and then they don't teach you how to. They don't teach you that you have it,
Yeah.
and then they don't teach you how to get rid of it. So you get all these people walking around, not knowing they're fucking crazy, looking at everybody, going, "What's wrong with you? Why are you fucked?"
Yeah.
And they're just like, "We're not fucked, man. What's wrong with you?"
Yeah.
I'm not crazy, but why am I yelling at the stones? No one's listening to me. What's going on here?
Yeah, I was like 7 years out of the Army before I was diagnosed with PTSD. So for that first 7 years of my civilian, whatever integration I was a train wreck, man. I did a lot of damage. I hurt a lot of people. You know what I mean? I couldn't keep a job. I was just like, what the fuck is wrong with me?
Well, that's the funny thing. The funny thing is there was nothing actually wrong with you. You can't just transition from military to civilian life.
No, you can't.
You can't just walk, because civilians do jobs differently than we do.
Yeah, totally.
Like,
we think differently.
Oh yeah, like we, especially us as being infantry soldiers and even just Canadian military in general, we're trained not only to do our job, but we're trained to know and understand every job around us in case we have to do that job.
Yeah, that's right.
Because there's so few of us, we had to be trained that way. Most people don't have to think that way. Most people just think about their job.
Yeah, that's right.
And they don't think about anything else around them. And so when we transition into civilian life and we have to work a job, we're standing there looking at everybody going, why aren't you guys doing anything?
Something. I know. It's so true, right?
Don't you want to be a better human?
It's so true.
It's like, why does it look like you're comfortable doing nothing? Like, I get doing nothing. Like, I do nothing from hour to hour here and there. But why are you complaining about having to do so little? It's just like, huh? Yeah. But they're looking at us going, why are you having to do something all of the time? Why are you yelling at us?
Yeah.
Why can't you do the job if you want to do it? Why do I have to do the work? I shouldn't have to do the work. I should just get paid. And you're just like, but. And then your mind explodes and you quit and you have to go find another job and go through the same fucking thing again.
Yeah.
And that's the difference, though, is we think about every job and we know how to efficiently get something done and still not do anything at the same time.
Yeah.
Most people just know how to do nothing at once or just full out work. They don't know how to do the latter, right? And it's hard for them to transition because they don't ever have to think above and beyond what they're doing, because what have our school systems taught each other or taught our kids? Sit down, shut up, do what we tell you. Don't do anything else. And our last generations of Canadian soldiers were probably some of the last generation of people to actually be taught to be aware of everything around them. And if you think about it and then you apply that to what you see around most people, not all people, but most people around the world. Yeah, my phone's on. We're on TikTok on my phone. That's why I keep looking down at it.
Oh, okay, good. I was just looking at the dog.
Oh, and the dog.
This dog's nice and comfy.
Here she is. What are you doing, dog? All right, here, you get down. Oh, all right. I think we should take a break from the heavy conversation there.
Yeah.
Who wants to go first? We got the song we have to present.
Yeah. Well, I don't care. Do you want to sing yours first?
Well, I can play mine. I'm going to play mine, and if words come out, words come out.
Okay.
Because the way I tried to do it the same way that you guys do it, or the way Chris was talking about doing it,
and
with the writing the words, but I did it the way that I do it still, and I'll explain how I do it. Because this is a challenge, and because I wasn't trying to just full out come up with something original, I guess, and pull it out of the ether, I chose, like, basically, this is what I do whenever I really want to create something. I think about a band or a song or something really that's prominent in my mind, that's kind of in and around the subject matter that I want to talk about. Like a song that I wrote called Fallen, I kind of was thinking, okay, how can I rip off Nothing Else Matters by Metallica? And then I took their chord progression and I just did whatever I did with it. So with this one, I was listening to Ted Nugent talk to Joe Rogan. And if you've never seen that podcast, I recommend it to everybody. Go listen to Ted Nugent talk to Joe Rogan. It was a beautiful podcast, all about grounding.
cool.
Talks about hunting and ground. Oh yeah, Ted Nugent is a very down-to-earth, hanging out in the woods, spiritual type of person that you wouldn't even believe it, given what the media tries to paint on him, right?
Yeah.
But beautiful human being, and my respect for him went through the roof after listening to that podcast. And
I'll look for it.
through that, I started listening to Stranglehold. I don't know if you're familiar with Stranglehold by Ted Nugent, but it's a song that he wrote. And so it's like a little bluesy, and the way, here, I'm going to do this. He started talking about like the blues and how all that started and where he got all his inspiration from and just the sound and stuff like that. And one of the takeaways I got from the rhythms is just like, it's all about, when you get into that old school blues and that rock, it's all about sounding like a train, right? Oh, I got a low battery. Poopy. Hold on, let me change the battery in my my guitar here. Oops, I do have one too. That was an epic fail.
Well, I'll just talk about mine then, while you're getting yours all set up there. So Brian, I typically do what Chris does too, and I write lyrics out and then I kind of put chords to it. But I decided that I'm going to do it your way. So for my song, the way that I've written this earthing, and this song I've called a Mother's Earthing Song. I've been taking some guitar lessons online from a fella, and he showed me this. It's not even a chord progression, like, because it's not in any key, but I guess it's kind of a chord progression. So I looped this chord progression over a pedal, and I've been just fooling around with it, you know, doing some lead stuff, like in a pentatonic scale, and playing some triads up and down the neck and that kind of thing. And so I've been rehearsing this for about a month. So when this song challenge came up, I decided to put some words to some chords that I had already been playing, which is the way Brian does it. So after Brian plays his, that's, do you need a pick?
Well, the funny thing is I had a pick right here, and I'm also looking for a specific. I'm looking for my root chakra pick, I call it, because it's a nice red pick that I like to use when I'm grounding out. No, it's not this metal-looking pick right here. That's my heavy metal pick. I'll use your pick, actually, though. Nice little sacral chakra pick. Fuck, I don't even need the words. I'll see if the words come out. But like I was saying, one of the things that I noticed about that rockin' and the blues is it sounds like that trains are coming all the time, right? And so I was thinking about it because a lot of my roots in music and a lot of my grounding comes with Black Sabbath, which is a blues-based band as well. And so what's happened over the course of the week with this song is I went from trying to figure out how Ted Nugent connected to, or how I was connecting to Ted Nugent in that way, and it just kind of morphed into playing like almost Black Sabbath and Ted Nugent combined. So I'm going to try and see what happens with this, and we're going to go and Piper. I'm playing guitar, Piper. You can't come up here right now, okay? Dad's busy doing music stuff. Anyway, I'm gonna, before my dog has a conniption here. Wanna put my feet in the hole. Gonna put my feet in the earth. Gonna put my feet in the earth. Gonna put my feet in the earth.
Sounds pretty good.
Really, all I can say to that is when we thought about grounding, and yes, my dog was distracting me the whole fucking time I was doing. Hey! I did think I heard a Chris, maybe? Maybe Chris is here now?
Yeah?
I thought I heard some kind of a car door or something shut, but I'm gonna have to take my dog inside. So you're gonna have to fill up the airspace while I go do that.
Okay.
But it felt good playing that song, and that's not even what, some of that wasn't even really what I was working on all week. That was, so I was kind of caught in a loop there at some point. I was like, yeah, this is where it's going. But really, I think what I was trying to capture is that's the root and the grounding spot for me musically. And I do have things, and it is making me think about connecting to the earth, but really, I'm going to flush that song out and see where the lyrics actually come with that one. And I'm going to really, there's even some cool stuff that I was doing before that I wasn't really putting in there today. And I don't know, I felt like just having it something like simple like that for now was just grounding, I guess. And that's the point to grounding, is finding that center point where you're just lost in whatever and you're just one with everything. And that's the beauty, I think, of what I just accomplished there. And I can't wait to hear what you got, and I can't wait to hear what you're going to share.
Cool. Yeah. I guess I'll fill the airspace with what I've written.
Shouldn't take me too long. I'm just going to run her into the house and then run her back.
Okay. So this is called Mother's Earthing Song. I've been earthing or grounding, I guess, for 2 years now. After I watched the Earthing movie on YouTube, essentially brought about by a man named Clint Ober. And so without further ado, this song, I've just kind of looped it on a pedal. I'm just going to be playing some simple triads over top of some major chord, a major chord progression, I guess, something simple. So anyways, here we go. Mother's Earthing Song. Oh, come and take a walk with her a while. Take your shoes off, feel your feet on the ground. Oh, come and feel what it feels like on the inside. Your soul will be astounded. Walk on Mother Earth a while. Feel your feet on the ground. She'll give you what you need. I like taking my shoes off, walking through the woods, breathing Mother Nature, smelling all her essence. You think that don't rhyme? Oh, that's no crime. Neither is walking in the woods barefoot. Oh, it feels so nice. Oh, it feels so good, walking barefoot in the woods. Electromagnetic pulses running through you, restructuring your every cell. Oh, it feels so nice. Oh, it feels so good, walking barefoot in the woods. Oh, come and take a walk with her a while. Take your shoes off, feel your feet on the ground. Come and feel what it feels like on the inside. Your soul is going to be astounded. Walk on Mother Earth a while. Feel your feet on the ground. She'll give you what you need. I like taking my shoes off and walking through the woods, breathing Mother Nature, smelling all her essence. You think that don't rhyme? That's no crime. Neither is walking in the woods barefoot. Oh, it feels so nice. Oh, it feels so good. Walking barefoot in the woods. Electromagnetic pulses running through you, restructuring your every cell. Oh, it feels so nice. Oh, it feels so good. Walking barefoot in the woods. Oh, it feels so nice. Oh, it feels so good. Walking barefoot in the woods. I like taking my shoes off and walking through the woods, breathing Mother Nature, smelling all her essence. You think that don't rhyme? Oh, that's no crime. Neither is walking in the woods barefoot.
Barefoot.
Oh, it feels so nice.
Oh, it feels so nice.
Oh, it feels so good.
Oh, it feels so good.
Walking barefoot in the woods. Electromagnetic pulses.
Pulses.
Running through you.
Running through you.
Restructuring your every cell.
Every cell.
Oh, it feels so nice.
Oh, it feels so nice.
Oh, it feels so good.
Oh, it feels so good.
Walking barefoot in the woods.
In the woods. Walking barefoot. Oh man. Woo! That was that was great. Couldn't
Cool,
even
man.
talk for a fucking second there. Oh fuck.
Yeah, cool.
Oh man. I felt like I was walking barefoot in the woods right there. I'm gonna take a moment. You know what I did forget to do? I forgot to bring my goddamn singing bowls out.
Your singing bowls. Oh, you have singing bowls.
I was gonna bring out my root chakra bowl.
Oh, nice.
Maybe I should go get it.
Nice.
Let's see.
Next time.
Yeah, it's too
Yeah,
late now. We're
Yeah,
already
too late.
going.
Yeah.
But I was gonna do a little bit of I was gonna, bring us in with the singing bowl and then
Nice.
do a Ho'oponopono. And then, but that didn't work because it just all kind of happened that way, Life happens. But you just roll with it, and that's just how it goes.
It's all good.
But that song, thank you for sharing that.
Cool,
Thank you
man.
for writing that. That is
that was
beautiful. Ooh, what are you doing, man? You're not. Anyway,
Yeah, no, that was kind of fun writing. That's the first time I've ever been given or participated in a song challenge. Like, so it was.
well, it's going to be a regular thing here. We're going like I was talking to you about earlier. So the next challenge is going to be creation,
Yeah, yeah, that's
and we're going to talk about the sacral.
Yeah, yeah.
We're going to work our way up through the chakra system, write music to it.
Yeah.
It'd be great. It'd be awesome. It's good. I'm going to tell you right. I may have to grab my other guitar too. It's going to be difficult to find where I'm at because I'm actually tuned to something really weird. I'm tuned to 443
Okay.
on the F sharp, so that
That's why it sounded weird.
well, I'm also a step and a half down.
Okay.
So like I tune myself. I actually have it tuned. Oddly,
I saw you playing a G there, and I was like, that doesn't even sound like a G.
no, my G is actually an E. And the fun little fact is my top string is tuned to C sharp at 528 hertz.
Oh, wow.
So my top string is tuned to my minor chakra or my minor. Okay, hold on. I'm going to back up a little bit. I have my guitar tuned a certain way because I found out through exploring music therapy how to what scales match what zodiac sign.
Oh, really?
And me being a Scorpio, E major and C sharp minor. So my natural minor scale, my top string is tuned to my heart chakra at C sharp minor. And then my major scale anyway, I screwed up the last chord, but it's actually right there, E major. So Scorpio, for those of you who are Scorpio, your major key is E major.
Do you know what cancer is?
I would have to look on my phone.
Yeah, just
When,
look it up some other time.
yeah, but yeah, the answer to your question is yes, I do. I just don't know it off the top of my head, and I would have to look it up for you. But you're a Cancer, are you?
Cancer, yeah.
Actually, I'm a Cancer moon.
Cancer moon?
I'm Cancer. I'm actually 2/3 Cancer, believe it or not. But my sun sign is Scorpio.
So, Scorpio.
So I'm Scorpio sun, Cancer moon, and Cancer rising.
So you're born in October, were you?
I
October?
was born in November. But I do have a guitar that I can tune to normal. It's actually the guitar I brought to Afghanistan.
Oh, cool.
It's just not an acoustic electric, so I'd have to set up a microphone and everything for it.
Okay.
And I have been meaning to do that so that I can play with everybody, so that I'm not like a loner sitting there over by myself, playing by myself with my guitar. Oh, my phone's on low battery here. We may have to get off of TikTok here because my phone's dying.
That's all
We
right.
keep losing connection. Anyway.
I
But
gotta head. What time is it, anyways?
8:37.
Yeah, I gotta take off soon, anyways.
Yeah.
I got a Zoom meeting at 10, so I want to get home for that.
Oh yeah, no problem. And then we'll stop the podcast and everything. We'll end it off with Ho'oponopono.
Yeah.
We'll end it off with that too. We won't take it too long. I picked up my guitar because I was thinking about flushing out a little bit more, and I like the little jam feeling that we were having there going and stuff like that. But it doesn't matter because we do have to start winding down anyway. We got what we wanted to get done. We were on the air. You know, we didn't fill up the air with conspiracies this time.
No, that's right.
We got right down to work, and we had a good fun. We don't have to be on for 3 hours every time.
That's right. Yeah.
You know what I mean? But
That was just good.
I'm having a great time already still. I still love doing this every Friday. And
Yeah.
I'm not going to stop doing it.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that you showed up, and thank you for showing up so I don't have to sit here by myself talking into a microphone and nobody watching.
Yeah. No, this is good.
But, you know, Friday little party. It's like I explained to people. It's like a little kitchen party in my garage.
Yeah.
Sitting around the table with a couple of guitars, except we have microphones and cameras so we can broadcast it to everybody else that's not here.
Yeah.
And then they can just hop on and be here with us.
Yeah. They can have fun in the kitchen too.
Exactly. It's all in the kitchen, all in the. Never mind. Burn. Fucking cord didn't work. Oh, so before we sign her off for the evening, let's give people a little bit of a rundown about the color red and the root chakra, since grounding is the topic of the week, and you in your song you were specifically talking about the electromagnetic energy running through the human body and grounding out with the earth and walking barefoot. And let's explain to everybody a little bit of the reasoning behind that and why it's so important to walk barefoot in your yard every once in a while.
Yeah, there's a resonance, a magnetic resonance that comes off the planet. It's called Schumann's resonance. 7.83 hertz.
7.83 hertz.
Yeah, that's right. And when you walk on Mother Earth or lay down on Mother Earth, your skin, like not
It can be your hands, it can be your butt and everything like that.
Yeah, you can rip your clothes off and lay down naked. I mean, that's what they
prefer.
That's what they suggest, right?
Yeah, that's what's preferred.
Might be a little cold to do that right now, but it literally restructures your cells in your body. Like they've shown on like I don't know how they do it, but on cameras, right? They show your blood cells, like a 42-year-old gentleman, for instance. I don't know how they were showing the blood cells moving in his body, but before he grounded himself on the earth, his blood was moving very, very slowly. Like it was, you could see it wasn't fluid. And as soon as he started grounding himself, took his shoes and socks off and put his feet on the earth, his blood was flowing like fluidly. Like it was like that. It was instant.
And we were talking about why that happens last week with the rubber soles on your shoes and how nowadays everybody's keeping all of that negative energy stored. Basically,